All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Billy Ray Roberts, and I'm a close personal friend of Mr. Facione's. He asked me to walk all of y'all through a little overview of the best country on the planet, the United States of America. This is a quick little overview, and it goes along with Chapter 1 in your book. So let's get to things here. It's just a couple minutes. All right, so your mission is to explore this lovely country of ours. You've been exploring Earth this year, a little on and off, different places, things like that. But for this one, you're going to be exploring the United States of America. There's a lot of different regions that are there. You can see all the different colors as you go through. One of the things you guys are going to have to figure out is what does make up a region. What are the states that are in that region? What's kind of the land look like? Because land over here in California and Oregon is going to look real different than land over here in Maine or land down here in Florida or land over here in Michigan. What kind of plants and animals are there? You're going to have to figure out what kind of plants and animals you got to live in there. We got rivers running through some of these sections. We've got oceans and gulfs, and we got lakes. We got some areas where it's going to be nice and cold quite a bit of the time. We got areas that's going to be warm all the time. What's the weather like? I just talked a little bit about that. Weather's going to be a big variety in all these different places. All these different colors have things in common, and you're going to have to figure all that out. Another way we talk about regions is what kind of jobs are there. You know, what are people doing for a living? Although these days, a lot of people working from home. And then what are some things that people do for eat, drinking, or fun? So this is actually a breakdown of your regions. You guys can see up here. And this is on page 2 in your book. Actually, page 3, I think. You see the different colors are all these different regions here. New England, Mid-Atlantic. We've got the South, Midwest. That's where Michigan is, right? Part of the Midwest. Great Plains. Southwest. Rocky Mountains. And then the West. Now, Alaska and Hawaii, they're not part of any region, because they're kind of unique and they stay to themselves. Since we got to have a cluster of states to make up a region, Alaska and Hawaii are kind of all by themselves. So we're not going to talk about them in our project, but we're going to talk about our project on Thursday. But we got to do this overview first of the country as a whole to get an idea of what we're going to be working with. One of the things about the U.S., it's varied, which means there's a lot of variety, and it is huge. Lots of different landforms. And what is a landform? Well, y'all know what a landform is. Natural physical feature on the Earth's surface, like a mountain or a river, or plains or forests. Indigenous is another important word, because you guys are going to have to talk about the indigenous people who lived in your area. And indigenous means that something is native to a region, that it was there before other people were there. We've talked about indigenous people, but we call them Native Americans, that they've been there for thousands of years before the first Europeans were there. And we've already touched base about how Alaska and Hawaii really are unique and by themselves. Again, these are all the different regions. What do these states have in common? What does this area have in common? What does this big Midwest area have in common as far as landforms and jobs and things that people do in industry and stuff like that? So what I want you to do is, on the assignment in Google Classroom, read pages 2 through 7. And then after you're done reading those pages, not much there. I've already covered everything you're going to read about. Answer the Google form questions and submit it by Wednesday night. And then we'll start our travel brochure on Thursday. So have fun exploring your regions of the United States of America. This is Billy Ray Roberts, a close personal friend of Mr. Facione's, signing off.